Get this party started. All right. Well, good evening, everyone, and happy Tuesday. My name is Michelle Fletcher, and I am the academic recruiter for the college. Thank you all for joining us in this information session. Listen, tonight is all about making sure that you are aware of the resources that are available to you to aid you, to assist you in your academic success at CVCC. We want to make sure at every point we're doing all that we can to make sure that you have the tools that you need to help you be successful at CVCC. And so to help us do that this evening, we have just an all-star team here to talk with you and to share with you this evening. We have Dean Patty Saffioti and her team, and along with Dean Saffioti, we have Dr. Evora Baker and her team. And they're going to be talking with us again about what tools, what resources are available to help you be successful, either while you're at CVCC right now, and maybe some of you may be prospective students. I hope that you are, that what's available to you once you get on the campus of CVCC. Now, we're going to jump right into it because we only have about 30 minutes. So here's what I'm going to ask. If you have a question, throw it in the chat. We're going to be looking at the chat the whole evening, all right? If it's a question you'd like to ask, we'd love to hear your voice, but if you could hold on to it to the end of the session, maybe the last 8 to 10 minutes, we're going to do a Q&A at that point as well. Because again, we want to make sure that we're getting your questions answered before you get off this call. So because we only have 30 minutes, I'm going to pull back now and I'm going to give it over to Dean Patty Saffioti, and she's going to take it from there. When she's done, she's going to give it over to Dr. Baker and her team. Dean Saffioti?
Yes, ma'am. All right. Let me see if I can get this slideshow going. There we go. Oh, well. Okay. Hi, everybody. Welcome. We're so glad you're here. So first off, can everybody hear me? And can you see the PowerPoint? Give me a thumbs up if you can.
Or use your reaction buttons.
Yeah, yes. I saw some thumbs. Okay. So one of the areas I'm in charge of is called the Learning Commons. The Learning Commons is in the Bedford building. The library is downstairs and tutoring and distance education is upstairs. So I want to welcome you to the Learning Commons. And I say this because the Learning Commons is also virtual. So you can do most everything virtually, or you can do it face-to-face. Okay, so these are our hours for spring semester, and I don't know how many people might be a current spring student. These hours might change for summer. It probably will be about the same for fall. You can see the library, career services, the writing center, the student success center, distance education, and the mall. So let me tell you a little bit about that. Downstairs is a library, and we have the best librarian in the entire world, Mike Fine, with us, and he's going to talk about the library in just a minute and all the resources available in the library. And also downstairs in the library, we have career services. I'll tell you about career services in just a minute. But now I'm going to take you upstairs into the Learning Commons. So when you come into the Bedford Hall Learning Commons, downstairs is a library, career services. You walk up the stairs or take the elevator, and that's where tutoring is done. Okay, now how many people think tutoring is bad? No reactions, I hope. How many people think tutoring is good? Give me thumbs up. There we go. I saw one thumbs up. So this is my philosophy, and I've been in higher education a long time, probably since before most of y'all were born. And so my recommendation and my advice is the smart students go to tutoring. The dumb students don't. So if you want to be a smart student, take advantage of these wonderful resources we have. So let's talk about the Writing Center. So you're coming upstairs into Bedford. When you come up the stairs and get off the elevator, you're going to see the Writing Center. The Writing Center will help you with any kind of writing assignment. It can be English, it can be history, psychology, sociology. I even have some anatomy, physiology students. They have writing assignments in their discussion board, And they go to the Writing Center to help them format that discussion to make sure their references are correct. So like if I had to write a term paper and it was like APA format, I'd have to go to the Writing Center because I don't remember it. And I would want to make sure I wouldn't plagiarize anything, because if you plagiarize anything, you get in trouble. That's considered cheating. Even if you didn't mean it, you get a 0. We don't want that to happen. So if you have to write anything and use references, go to the Writing Center. And they don't care if you're a beginner writer and you don't even know how to form hardly a sentence, or if you're an expert writer and you just need a quick edit. Please use the Writing Center. They are just fantastic in there. We have peer tutors and professional tutors. And like I said, they don't care about your level. They just want to help you with writing and help you become a great writer. I'll tell you one more thing about the Writing Center. I was in there, I guess about 6 months ago, and I was talking to a student, and I said, what are you getting help with? And she said, nothing right now. I'm a hospitality management student. I said, what are you doing in the Writing Center? She said, I just like coming in here to study. I said, awesome. So sometimes students become so comfortable with our tutoring centers, they just go in and study. So that's kind of atmosphere you're going to find in the Writing Center. Now, across the hall from the Writing Center is the Student Success Center. That's where we do the bulk of tutoring. That's going to be anatomy, physiology, biology, accounting, economics, history, psychology, sociology, and any computer class. And then if we don't have tutors available, we have a thing called BrainFuse. I'm going to tell you about that in a minute, but we have tutoring 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So you can take advantage of tutoring anytime you want. But for these offices, these are the office hours, they're open, but they also do virtual tutoring. So the Writing Center, sometimes it's a phone call, sometimes it's a Zoom session. Student Success Center and the mall, the Math Achievement Learning Lab, all do virtual tutoring also. So during the pandemic, that's all we did was virtual because we were closed. But a lot of our students said, hey, we kind of like this because I can get tutoring from, my room or my home, and it's just one-on-one with the tutor. And so quite often students will request a virtual session and we can accommodate that. But if you want to come face-to-face, we can handle that too. Now, if you walk down the hall, upstairs in the Learning Commons, you'll go by Distance Education. And what they do is they will help you with a Zoom session, which you all probably are experts at now because you're on. Also with Canvas. Canvas is our learning management platform. And what that means is when teachers teach online, and most face-to-face teachers keep assignments and grades and other things in this platform called Canvas. And so if students aren't quite sure how to use Canvas, Distance Education will help students with that and get them trained to use Canvas. And if you really want to get fancy with Zoom, they can help you with Zoom. We also have some courses that are called real time. And so the teacher may be teaching in a classroom at a particular time, like 10 to 10:50, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. But some students elect to Zoom. And so they're attending the class and some students may be in the classroom. But it gets a little tricky. We're using technology all over the place at CVCC. We've become kind of high tech. And so if students need help with that, Distance Education can help them. And then the last but not least, probably your favorite subject is math. Yay, thumbs up. No, okay, I don't see any thumbs up. Okay, well, we can teach you to love math because almost every curriculum at CVCC, you're gonna have to do some math. And the mall, which is kind of a fun name, but it's a Math Achievement Learning Lab. They're there to help you with any type of math. Again, you need help with arithmetic, they got you covered. You need help with differential equations and a high-level calculus, they got you covered. They don't care what level you're at, they will help you with that. They'll take you from the beginning all the way to whatever level you need to go. And they do virtual and face-to-face also. Okay, so now you've had a tour of the building. How do you feel? Are you excited? I hope so. All right, this is BrainFuse. This is what I was just telling you about. And remember, all of our services are free. You don't have to pay a thing. You become a CVCC student, this is free. So we have a free writing lab. So I had a student the other day, I think it was last Friday, and the Writing Center closed at 12 and she couldn't get to the Writing Center by 12. And she had a paper that was due Monday. So I got her hooked up with BrainFuse. So she turned in her paper and 24 hours later, she got it back so she could get her paper edited over the weekend. So sometimes you just can't make it to one of the live services we have on campus. BrainFuse, it's free 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You will learn how to log into MyCVCC, and that takes you to what's called a portal where you see different tiles. One is SIS, the Student Information System. One is Navigate. Well, another one is BrainFuse. You just click on the tile. This will come up, and then you can make your appointment for your free tutoring. Okay, now I'm going to turn it over to the most fabulous librarian in the world, Mike Fine, and he's going to tell you about library resources. Mike, you want to take it?
Certainly. Thank you very much. You're very kind. This is not a talking dog. This is the official mascot for the library. His name is Sam. But some of our resources that we have, very popular, we have hotspots and laptops that you may check out for the semester. Just contact us at library@centralvirginia.edu or give us a call at 832-7750. And if you are enrolled, we will show you how to apply for one of these devices and we'll get it checked out to you.
Okay.
Next, please. Thank you. Also, the library issues the ID cards for the college. These function as your library card also, but we will start making these for the summer session beginning May 2nd and for the fall semester beginning August 1st. Basically, to get these cards, you need to be registered for classes before requesting the card. Come into the library, bring with you some sort of government issued photo ID, such as your driver's license, an ID card, military dependence ID, military ID, passports. We have had some students bring their passports. If by chance you don't have a photo ID, bring with you either your birth certificate or your social security card. And we take your photo. After we verify your identity and that you are enrolled, we'll take your picture, print out the card for you. It takes about 5 minutes. Also, your ID can be used to ride the bus system here in Lynchburg. Very popular service which we have. So please take advantage of this. Any questions out there? Very good. Thank you so much.
So that's kind of a cool thing, you know, and you can ride the bus for free, and then some people may be relevant, may not. You usually can get discount if you want to get your nails done. You get 10% discount, so that's a plus too. And one of the students told me the other day they get discounts at different restaurants with the ID, so it's good to have. But also, it's a requirement to have an ID on campus. We do have a policy in place. We have a really great police department. They love our students. We want to keep everybody safe. But one of the things is students are required to carry some type of ID. It could be your driver's license, could be like a school ID, if you're like a high school student, dual enroll student, but we encourage students to get their CVCC student ID, and that will suffice for your ID. Last but not least, Career Services is located in the library downstairs. Sarah Jarrett is our career advisor. Sarah does just a fantastic job. If you are undecided about your major, go see Sarah. She will help you. She'll do some career inventories and help you kind of match up your interest to what we have at CVCC. It can be transfer. It can be part of one of our career technical programs, like kind of hands-on learning. And let me tell you what, I know nobody's on there talking about that, but those people, they can get out. You can get out with a diploma, like a machine tool, make about $80,000 a year. And so we have got some fantastic CT programs. Sarah is right in the middle of doing a mini career fair in the student center. So if you're on campus, she'll be in the student center. I know tomorrow, maybe Thursday. And you can meet employers. And I encourage students to meet employers, even though it may be your first semester, meet them, because it's the same employers that come back. And especially if you're going to try and get a job, you get to know the employers. By the time you get ready to graduate, You kind of got a working relationship before you can get a job. And right now they're hiring. They're hiring part-time people. They don't even care if you have a degree. So take advantage of career services. All right, I'm going to stop sharing, and I am available to answer any questions if we have any.
Anyone have any questions as it concerns this particular topic? Not that we don't want to answer other questions, but because we are talking about resources tonight, we want to make sure we get those questions answered.
I
What
see it.
about virtual come with computer? I missed that. What
Okay.
did you see, Patty?
I saw it. Now, when you sign up for online classes, you don't get a computer. You know, you pay your tuition, you're online, but you are welcome to check out a laptop from the library. Right now, we have hotspots. We hope the hotspot program will be continued for fall semester. We're working on it right now. But when you register for fall semester, you need to talk to your navigator or counselor to find out if the hotspot program is going to be available for fall. Now, if it's not, you're welcome to use, you know, libraries. There's a lot of places you can go that have internet capabilities.
Computer labs?
Yeah, you can go, we have computer labs, you can go to the library. Library's open 8 to 7:30, Monday through Thursday, and Friday 8 to 5. You can go work in the library if you need to. A lot of students do their online work there. Hopefully we'll have hotspots, but it's a money thing and we're looking at it right now. Plenty of laptops.
All right. Any other questions? Sandy, are we ready?
I don't have the I don't have Dr. Baker's presentation, but I'm happy to talk through.
Okay,
what-
if you could start talking with us a little bit, that would be great.
Yeah, absolutely. So
Okay.
my name is Sandy or Sandra Harris. If you ever see my name, that's who I am. And I am the TRIO navigator. So a lot of you have probably worked with a navigator if you're already a student, or you've worked with a counselor. And my role is to work with students who are part of the TRIO program. And so TRIO is designed to serve students here on CVCC's campus, but we've been around for a long time. And so we are actually fairly new. We started working with students about last January when Dr. Baker was hired. And our goal is to work with students to help them identify their goals and help identify any obstacles that might keep you from your goals and help you overcome them. So we work with students who are considered first generation. So first generation would mean that neither of your parents graduated from a four-year college. So it means they don't have a bachelor's degree. The second way is we look at your finances. So we look at financial aid and we see how much financial aid you're receiving, and we are able to determine if you qualify that way. Or we have any student who has any kind of documented disability, whether that is something physical that maybe would keep you from being able to access a classroom or access certain resources, or it might be like a learning disability, something like ADHD or dyslexia. And we work with those students to help them not only get the accommodations that they can receive through our ADA, but also with more finite instruction or hands-on tutoring, things like that through our program. So those are the three ways that students qualify to be part of our program. And those are the three groups of students that we work with specifically. But TRIO is designed to help you succeed. We represent student success, and student support services is our official title, but our goal is student success. So we sit down with you when you first come into our program and we ask you questions about yourself, what your goals are, because for some of you, you may have a long-term goal. You may see yourself going to med school or law school, or you want to be a teacher, or you want to get your master's degree. But for some of you, you right now only have a short-term goal, and that's to get through anatomy, or it's to get through math. It's to get that associate's degree, and you're not sure what comes next. And even if that goal may seem smaller than maybe getting a doctorate degree, it's just as important that you feel like you're able to be successful in that short term as you are able to be in the long term. And so TRIO is a really awesome program. And I don't just say that because I work in it. I was a TRIO student at a community college when I was fresh out of high school, and community college was not my first choice. I really felt like I was kind of getting the short end of the stick. I wanted to go away to school, but the money wasn't there. And so I got stuck at community college, and I really didn't see it as an opportunity to grow or to reach my goals. I thought of it as a setback. But as you can see through all of the resources that we've already talked through tonight, here at community college, here at CVCC specifically, our goal is to launch you forward. And we're going to give you so many tools and resources to move you forward that you didn't even realize that you had. You know, in high school, you go through the same thing every day, and you just really fall into this rhythm of, okay, this is how it is. But we don't want you to feel like you have to do exactly how you did it in high school. If you struggled in high school, we don't want to see you struggle in college. This is your fresh start. And we want to give you every possible resource, because the resources we give you now, specifically even just learning to ask for help and learning to identify where you're struggling, is going to help you later on. What you learn here is going to impact you 10, 15, 20 years from now in ways that you don't realize. We want to see you move forward. So one things we do is we identify areas where our students struggle. And so, a lot of students struggle with like really difficult classes like anatomy and physiology. So last summer, we brought students in a few weeks before classes began, and we had them sit with an anatomy professor and go through the first bits of that class. They got to go over terminology, and they got to go over some content. They got to learn what it was like to be hands-on in the lab. And we were able to do that for them so that when they walked into that classroom on the first day, they felt like they were completely prepared and they were ready to take on that class. And so many of our students felt so much more successful going into that class because they had that background. One thing that we've done is we've done communication workshops, how to communicate with your professors, how to communicate with your peers, how to work through difficult things and to learn how to problem solve. We've done study skills workshops. And the thing we always try to do is to feed you. So we love to feed students, and we want to invite you in. We have a space designed for students to come over in Merritt Hall. So if you're familiar with campus at all, that's the building right next to the library, and we're upstairs. And we have a study space that is open for you guys, and we want you to come and to ask questions. I'll sit with you and walk you through your assignments and help you understand. Because sometimes it's not that you don't understand the content that you have to present. Sometimes the questions are about formatting, and you don't understand, what is this professor asking me? I know this information, but how do I translate that into this discussion board or this essay? And, we'll sit there and we'll help you with your speech. We'll watch you practice. Our goal is to take what you're going through and to help you move forward, little by little, and take each step every day, because community college is a stepping stone to where you go next. And for some of you, you know exactly where you want to see yourself, and that's great. We want to help you map that path out with every resource possible. But for some of you, you don't know where you want to go next, and that's okay too. Community college is the most beautiful place to explore that. And TRIO is here to help you discover that. We want to help you, acknowledge your strengths, work on your weaknesses, and take advantage of everything that we have to offer. So TRIO is an incredible program. It really saved my life when I was a community college student, because I wasn't driven. I was really grumpy about being here at school, and they showed me what a gift I had, and they allowed me to move forward and to keep going. And, without them, I wouldn't have graduated. And they're ultimately who opened the door into education for me. And, here I am now, almost 10 years later, doing the exact thing for other people that they did for me. They gave me a chance when I really didn't even want to go to class. And, I want to help you through that same journey as well. So that's a little bit about TRIO. We've got some really exciting things that we're planning here in the future, and we want you to be a part of it. We have spots available, we have resources. What matters to you matters to us, whether that's in your personal life or in your studies. Those things are important because they're part of who you are, and who you are is important to us, because who you are is going to be the person that reaches your goals. So we're really excited about TRIO. We love what we do, and we want you to be a part of it.
Sandy, thank you so very much. Listen, I've heard Sandy tell her story at least 2 or 3 times, and I'm telling you, I never get tired of hearing it. It is so inspirational, it's power packed, and I saw some of you kind of, looking as though maybe you were able to really get what she was saying. And it may very well ring true for maybe some of you. But I never get tired of hearing that story, Sandy. Thank you so much. And to Dr. Baker, who probably won't get on with us this evening because she's struggling with the technology. It's just how it goes. But she's got to be some kind of proud that she has someone like Sandy that just jumps right in and make this thing happen with the same kind of fervor and passion that you would have heard from Dr. Baker. So what we want to do for a few minutes, because I want to respect everybody's time, is we're going to open it up for Q&A and see if there anybody with any questions, anything you'd like to ask. We would love to entertain any questions at this time. Yes, Peyton, go.
Hi. How do I sign up for Trio? I'm sorry. I don't know if I missed that in the first half of the meeting. I wasn't present yet.
No, you're totally fine.
Sandy?
I'm actually going to put the application in our chat, so you can just hit that. If you go on to the CVCC website as well, and you just type in Trio, application will come up. It's really quick. The only thing that you have to have in order to apply is you do have to have an active application on file. So you need to be if you're going to be a prospective student, it needs to be for the summer or the fall semester. Obviously we only can cater to current students. But we want to go ahead and get you on the team. If you plan to be here in the fall, then we want to make sure that you have a spot ready for you when you get here. Because we don't want to leave you behind. We want to make sure you have as many resources as possible. So I'll put this application in the chat. As well as my contact information and Dr. Baker's contact information, and you're more than welcome to reach out. I'm happy to answer any questions that you may have, but I went ahead and the application is there. So what you'll do is you'll fill that out. It'll give us all your information, and then either myself or Dr. Baker or Dana, who's also part of our team, one of us will go ahead and reach out to you and make sure that we get you all set up.
Thank you.
Is there any other questions? Oh, Dr. Baker, go.
Yeah, I apologize. I don't have video, but I managed to get back on. I'm so excited. It's great to see you all tonight. When I tell you that you made the right choice by coming to CVCC and joining us tonight, I'm serious. And Sandy, you did such a great job explaining the TRIO program because it worked for you. And let me tell you, we work for our students. We're part of the CVCC family, and we really enjoy working with our students. So definitely come by, check us out. You can stop by and talk to us at any time, and we'll be happy to help you.
All right, very good. Any other questions as it concerns this topic?
Yeah, I have one more question.
Yes, Peyton?
So does this apply to online students as well, or is this only in person?
Sandy or Dr. Baker? Are we speaking the resources, Peyton, or a TRIO specifically?
Yeah.
Both, I guess.
Okay, well, I'll let both of these teams talk to you about that.
Yeah, so we have we have students who are still pretty much completely online, and so the big thing with TRIO is that we want students who are going to engage with us, and so if you're willing to engage with us, even if you can't necessarily be on campus, then that's something that we're happy to work with you. We have students who work 9 to 5s. And so then they're, doing their classes at night and stuff. So we want to make sure that, if students want services and you want a support team, then we're not going to turn you away, because ultimately we want to work with you as much as we can. So yeah, if you're still an online student only, we're here to help you as much as we can. And if you want services, then we're here to help you do that.
Yeah, and Peyton, we also have structured a lot of our workshops, like I'm sure Sandy talked about it, but our study skills workshops and stuff like that, we've structured it in a way where we can deliver, we can have students here on campus with us, but we can also present that information to students virtually at the same time.
Okay, awesome. Thank you, guys.
I think I had a question from Carolyn. And so right now our tutors are physically located in the Learning Commons. We do not have any tutors at any of the offsite centers. I think you were asking about Bedford, and Appomattox and Amherst. We don't have tutors there. I wish we had more money to hire tutors to go there, and we're hopefully going to be working on some grants and we might be able to get some tutoring there. Actually, somebody from the mall, the Math Achievement Learning Lab, he does go to Bedford every now and then to help students that can't make it to campus. But we do offer virtual tutoring. And so the mall offers tutoring Monday through Sunday. We have extra tutors that can tutor on the weekends. And then some of the other centers, they do evening tutoring for students. So we do try and work around students' schedules to do Zoom tutoring. So it would kind of be like, you know, Carolyn, like you and I are talking and you want a tutoring session. Well, you'd see a bigger picture of me and I would see you. And if it was math, they would put up a whiteboard to do problems on. If it's English, they might, you know, pull up the paper and do some editing, that kind of thing. So the virtual tutoring works very well. I hope that answers your question. Let me know if you have any other questions. And also the library has like, their resources are 24/7. So there's, you know, you can go to the library database and get all sorts of information there. Mike does classes for students to teach them how to use library resources.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you, Patty. Well, listen, we've gone over a little bit and we want to respect everybody's time. So we're going to go ahead and bring this session to a close.
You got
Just a
one more
couple
question in the
reminders.
chat, Michelle.
Okay, go ahead,
About the,
please.
April 4th, for the tour and meet, what time should we be on campus?
For the tour. I'm sorry, my dog is barking. What the question is about a tour?
On April 4th?
April 4th is when we open up for enrollment. We will start enrollment. And then
And
I
what
would
time
ask
should
anybody
we
that's
be?
interested in, if they're looking to come to the campus or want to talk with a counselor, to call our counseling office at 832-7800. And they'll be more than happy to assist them. Now, if I have somebody on this call that's looking for a tour, 832-7885, that's my number. I'm more than happy to get you a tour of the campus and walk you through TRIO program and over to Learning Commons, wherever you need to go to make sure that you know how to move about the campus. All right.
Michelle,
Yes.
out there that we're enrolling for summer. So y'all are welcome to come on campus, enroll for summer or call counseling. Fall enrollment begins April 4th. That's when we start
Right.
semester enrollment. And so you can go ahead and get registered, and then the navigators and counselors will help you with your financial aid and help you with all those onboarding things. It's kind of complicated, but we got people here to help you. And Michelle's
Very
like
good.
a energizer bunny to help you.
All right. So a couple reminders. This session is recorded. It will be on our YouTube channel and on our website. Give it until maybe the top of next week, and we should have it posted by that time. There are other sessions that we've already done. I would implore you to go and take a look on admissions, financial aid, almost any topic that you'd want to subject matter in terms of again, financial aid, admissions, that sort of thing. We have that information covered. These sessions, again, are on Tuesdays from 6 to 6:30. And so we invite you again to join us next Tuesday. I wish I could tell you right now who's speaking, but please go to the website, just look for the information session, click in, and you'll see what session that we will be hosting on next week. So if there are no other questions, we are going to bring this call to an end. Again, thank you all for being here this evening, and we hope to see you in a future information session. Good night.
Bye, everybody.
Good night.
Bye.